Hi, I'm Sean with Catalina Rug, and in this video we're going to be covering the famous Tabriz Persian rugs. So when I say the word Tabriz, if you are a Persian rug enthusiast, then immediately you should be able to recognize that name because it is by far the most famous type of Persian rug. So Tabriz is known for producing some of the most diverse designs, color combinations, and just so much variety. Anything you could imagine in terms of Persian rugs, Tabriz produces it, and a really wide range of knot densities and quality. And they even produce three-dimensional rugs. So it is some of the most creative rugs are produced from the city of Tabriz. So in this video, we're going to be covering where Tabriz rugs come from and a little bit of history about them. We'll be going over their characteristics. So we'll go over their material, their design and colors. And also we're going to be going over some of the workshops from Tabriz, because Tabriz is also known for having many famous workshops, and definitely some of the most talented weavers when it comes to Persian rug weavers. They hail from the city of Tabriz. So if you're interested in Tabriz rugs, or if you're interested in Persian rugs, then I encourage you to stick around and watch this video. So all that is coming up now. So first, let's talk about where Tabriz rugs come from. So Tabriz rugs come from the Northwestern region of Iran. And actually Tabriz used to be the capital of Iran, and it was home to the famous Safavid dynasty. So the rug weaving there actually started in the 1500s. So it is the oldest region of Iran to be known to produce Persian rugs. And some of the most famous artists are from there. Also, the most talented rug weavers, I would argue, come from the city of Tabriz. And again, this is why the Tabriz rugs have so much diversity and so much variety in their designs and color combinations. So although the rug weaving started there in the 1500s, the actual export of Tabriz rugs to the West didn't happen until the 1900s. And we could thank three famous rug weavers, master weavers, for the export of these rugs to the West. And their names are Haji Jalili, Kurban Dai, and Sheik Safi. Those are the three famous rug master weavers that allow this to happen. So now let's go over the characteristics of Tabriz Persian rugs, and we'll start with their material. So when it comes to their foundation, Tabriz rugs are usually made with cotton foundation, and there are some Tabriz rugs that use a silk foundation, and that's when they're trying to reach a really high knot density. When it comes to their pile, a lot of Tabriz rugs will have a wool pile, and some of them will have a combination of silk and wool pile, and especially the silk is used to highlight some of the different designs and colors within the Tabriz rug. And it's interesting to note that there are workshops that come from the city of Tabriz that only focus on producing the high-end silk and wool rugs. So they do not make any rugs that are just wool pile. They only focus on silk and wool rugs. So that's something interesting to know about Tabriz. So now let's go over the designs in Tabriz rugs. So as mentioned, when it comes to variety, Tabriz rugs have it all. So when we want to talk about the designs, floral design, geometric design, Herati design, hunting design, waist design, pictorial design. Tabriz is actually known to make some of the most pictorial designs. So if you're looking for a pictorial rug, then I encourage you to definitely look at Tabriz, because they have a lot of varieties in that. And they even, as mentioned earlier, they even make three-dimensional rugs. There's not as many of them, but they even go as far as to making 3D rugs. Also, what you'll see is that within one type of design, so for example, if you're looking at a Herati Tabriz rug, just within the Herati design, there's sub-designs of that. So there's going to be different variations within just Herati. So again, the type of designs go on and on. So definitely, if you're looking for any sort of design, you could definitely find it in Tabriz. And now let's go over the colors that you'll see in Tabriz rugs. So the most diversity in terms of colors, you could find any color imaginable in Tabriz rugs. So you'll find really beautiful reds and blues and greens and yellows and orange and pink, and just it's a really wide range of colors could be found in Tabriz rugs. And you're gonna find in the silk and wool Tabriz rugs, they use a lot of beautiful pastel colors, so definitely look out for that. So if you're looking for really beautiful pastel colors, there's many silk and wool Tabriz rugs that offer those colors. So there's a wide range of colors to choose from in Tabriz. They're not really restricted to using just a few different colors like some other types of Persian rugs. Definitely any color that you're looking for, you could find it in Tabriz. So next, let's go over some of the famous workshops that come from the city of Tabriz. So one of the most famous ones is Alabaf. Actually, Alabaf is probably the most famous workshop in all of Iran. In terms of Persian rugs, it's probably the most famous one. There's also Herati, which is also very famous. And there is Mahi and Gharbaghe. And now we're going to be covering Alabaf a little bit. We'll get into that, and also we'll talk about Gharbaghe. And if you do want to learn more about some of the other famous Persian rug workshops, we do get into a lot more details in a couple other videos we have. So we'll share the link with you here, so you could go and check out those videos. So let's talk about the Alabaf Workshop. So the Alabaf Workshop is one of the famous, if not the most famous, workshop from Iran, and they're known to produce the highest quality Tabriz rugs. And the name is really synonymous with like the Rolls-Royce of Persian rugs. So when you hear the word Alabaf, like immediately you think of, okay, this is one of the most famous workshops in Iran. Alabaf, the workshop, was started by Hassan Alabaf, and he is the first in 3 generations of master weavers. And even from the early stages of production, this workshop had over 300 looms and thousands of skilled rug weavers working at this workshop. And now the 3rd generation of Alabaf is running the workshop and is still continuing the legacy today, and again producing some of the highest quality Tabriz rugs out there. And so definitely look out for Alabaf Tabriz rugs. And another Tabriz workshop that's really worth mentioning is called the Gharbaghe Workshop. And what they're famous for is creating some of the most unique designs in Tabriz. And they use silk foundation, and they have extremely high knot density Tabriz rugs ranging from 700 knots per square inch to 1200 knots per square inch, which is hard to believe, but they indeed produce these really high knot density and very unique rugs. So that's another workshop worth mentioning, and look out for the rugs from the Gharbaghe Workshop. So this concludes our video on Tabriz rugs. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you want to learn more about Tabriz rugs, we have several other videos getting into more details of Tabriz rugs, because these are the most famous types of Persian rugs, and there is so much to learn and so much to share about these types of rugs. So we have made many different videos. So you could check out on our site, catalinarug.com, and go to our Tabriz rug collection, and there we have our videos, and we also have a lot of descriptions, and we have our collection of Tabriz rugs there, so you can learn much more about Tabriz rugs there. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, then I invite you to like and subscribe and comment below, and I will see you in the next video.